good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How's the weather up there in Massachusetts, man?
Well, you're going to find out in a couple of days.
I'm pumped up, man. I can't wait to come up for the trip. I just really looking forward to seeing the family and seeing some maybe cooler weather. Man, it's been 37 straight days of over 100 degrees, Foss.
We've had about 37 straight days of under 70. So you've had a horrible summer heat-wise. We've had a horrible summer, rain and cold.
Wow.
It's the worst summer that I ever remember up here.
Kind of like a Seattle thing going on there, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what everybody's calling it. They're like, it seems like Seattle has kind of moved over here.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had the buzz, Foz. I mean,
it's been very long.
I had a crowd of people here in the studio yesterday. Had to send them home. They're kind of upset. I got maybe half the size crowd here. And what I want to say, Foz, is just welcome to Matt and Foz Sports Buzz, baby. Come on, people. What? This is Matt and Foz Sports Buzz. Like talking to me. You want to talk? You wanted to talk some baseball, man.
I love to talk baseball. You know me.
You know what? I really like power rankings, Foz. You know, I'm kind of hip on that kind of stuff.
You are the power ranking guy.
I kind of wanted to maybe give you my 10 power rankings and maybe see how your 10 compare, or if they do compare, if they don't compare, or.
Well, I would love to hear that. So you go ahead and give me a little heads up when let's start with the American League.
I was doing a 10 power ranking, including all the leagues, just all.
Oh, all the way around.
Absolutely, national and American.
Go for it, pal.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go. Let's see. My number one team. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers. 66 at the time of the show, 65-40. Although Chad Billingsley has only won 2 of his past 9 outings since when the guy's 11-6. So things could slide for them, but right now they're my number one team.
Well, and they're definitely play in what I perceive to be one of the weakest divisions in baseball, and so I think they'll probably they'll still be floating around up there as your number one team for a while.
Number two, I got the Angels, Foss.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the Angels. I mean,
under Mike Scioscia's had that team playing great baseball since 2001. Of course, they win the World Series in 2002, and they just play the same type of baseball all the time with great release. Good speed, good defense, aggressive base running, a little power when they need it, and it's the same thing again this year.
And you got Kendry Morales. He leads the majors in homers since the All-Star break. He's got 8 home runs, 20 RBIs. I mean, the guys.
Well, I'll take that any day.
The guys, they're hot. They're hot right now, and they're rising up. I think maybe a couple of weeks ago I had them at 4th. So they rose all the way to 2.
I also think too last year they had about a 20-game lead at one point in August last year, and I think they fell apart because they had such a big lead. Now they're actually people are being competitive with them right now, and it's actually keeping them sharp and on their game. They are definitely a team that can do something in October.
What's their pitching like, Foz? Do they have like a heavy duty pitching squad like the Yankees and the Red Sox do?
All your big pitchers are going to be over with the American League East. You have some wonderful pitching up in the American League East, and I think the American League East is the strongest division in baseball. And
Josh Beckett, is he the only one in the majors with 13, Foz?
He's your 13 game winner in the majors, but then you got Roy Halladay, who plays for Toronto, who stinks, and Halliday's probably, I think, your Cy Young Award front runner right now. Never mind CC. You got still CC Sabathia having a nice year.
Yeah.
Jabba Chamberlain, who's doing well. You got John Lester, who's doing well. You got a heck of a staff over in Tampa Bay. Of course, Casimir's not doing what he's done in the past, but these guys. I think these guys pitch to the best hitters every night. Every night these guys that pitch in that, and so that's why I always start up with the American League East, and I think your AL pennant winner comes out of the East. Right now, my pick for that is the New York Yankees.
Hard to argue with that. Speaking of the Yankees, got them 3rd, 63-42 at time of show. Rivera, that guy. What is this guy made of, Tony? Jesus, leads the majors in 30 saves and 31 ops.
I'll tell you what he's made of. He's made of a cut fastball.
This guy,
All he has.
this guy's
He's lived off of one pitch. Well, cut fastball. That's all he's ever thrown.
he's amazing. How old is this guy, Klaus? How old is this guy?
I think he's going to be 37 or 38.
This guy is just freaking amazing. He really is.
He is. He's the best closer I've ever seen.
Wow.
All due respect to Trevor Hoffman.
Ever seen, Tony?
He's the best I've ever seen.
Wow.
Ever.
Impressive. No,
and that's,
number 4, I got your
Actors
boys.
League of the world.
I got your boys.
Who's that?
I got your boys at 4. Your boys since
Oh,
86. You did the 1986 Fall in Love team. I love
I did fall in love with him when that ball went.
Buckner incident. You told me that I think on the phone last week. That was kind of a touching story. I kind of like that story.
Yeah, that is when that's when I started kind of rooting for him, and I was always anti-Red Sox growing up. I loved the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, you like Eddie Murray was your hero. I remember you always talked about Eddie Murray constantly.
He was.
Yeah.
Who else you got after that?
Well, I just wanted to say in the Red Sox, Beckett 2.28 ERA. I mean, guys.
Well, that's not on the season. That's overall, though. I think
right.
Probably. He had a pretty horrific April.
Yeah.
But he's been one of the most consistent pitchers in baseball. And the guy's he's a gamer.
He's a total gamer, and I'm so glad he's not injured. I mean, last year was a disaster because he was injured.
Yeah. And
he had like I think he had
made it to the Game 7.
A muscle pull or something, but it really affected his pitching. It was a legitimate injury, no doubt. But he's healthy as a horse, no question about that.
And he is a horse, and he's an incredible pitcher for that team. But I tell you, that team is banged up, man. I've been watching them. And, right now they get John Smoltz, who's he's no John Smoltz of 1996.
Tony, I'm still going to stick to my guns that you are a latent Atlanta Braves fan. I'm going to stick to my guns on.
When did you ever? I can't stand them. Whoever told you that?
I feel it. I don't know what it is. They're just signals.
That's one of the teams of baseball that I like the least.
And of course, you got to understand there's people out there. There's older people out there in the Massachusetts area that follow the Atlanta Braves because they used to be the freaking Boston Braves.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a lot of them.
Not a lot of them, but there's some old timers hanging on, get some vibes from talking about Smoltz all the time.
We never knew that at all.
Freaking loving Smoltz. I'm hearing because that name come out of your mouth constantly. Smoltz.
I think I was hoping he'd do something for the Sox, but I tell you, he showed tonight that he hasn't had one quality start yet. He got lit up tonight in that bandbox out in New York.
Yeah.
And I think he gave up 8 earned runs in 3 innings or something like that.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch.
And
that could possibly be one of his last starts for the Red Sox because he hasn't had one good one yet. You can't keep throwing the guy back out there.
I guess we'll put that latent Braves fan thing to rest right now.
Yeah,
throwing it in the trash box. That was a minute.
Do me that favor, buddy.
I don't want to spread any dirty rumors about you, man. Okay, look, I got the 5th. I got the Phillies.
Get the Phils. They just picked up Pedro at 11 strikeouts in the minors. Yeah, I'd like to see him come back and do something nice.
Yeah, Philly.
He could really help out that team.
I think they've lost 4 of their past 5 or something. Starting the second half with a 10-2 mark, like that. And it's number 6, Foz. I got the Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers.
That's my team. That's my team.
I know they are.
Yeah.
They've got the power. They've got the offense. They just, their pitching has been suspect. It's always been suspect, and they're actually fighting the Sox right now for the wild card. And
yeah, interesting, isn't it, Tony?
They've got the offense to take the Sox on right now. I'll tell you that.
They're pretty hot. They won their last of 11 to 14 games. Josh Hamilton's kind of struggling though. 4 for 36 in the past 10 games. Kind of struggling.
Yeah, he had an unbelievable year last year. To come back and do it again and duplicate it again. Plus, he's been injured.
Consistency is what's tough.
Consistency is very
in anything. Consistency is what makes
you a guy like Albert Pujols, and you watch what Albert Pujols does year in and year out, and I'm blown away by the guy. But of course, is he another one who's just who's hitting the juice too? I mean, I guess in baseball is that a lot?
Tony, after the David Ortiz thing, call me. Yeah. I mean, like we've talked about this before with the A-Rod thing. Call me naive, but God bless Tony. I was kind of hurt by that. I was crushed by that, actually. Ortiz.
Yeah, I can't say I wasn't disappointed by the whole thing. You know what? I tell you.
I mean, he's just like the father of the Red Sox. This guy's so freaking clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you have to ask yourself, was he clutch because he was on some sort of performance-enhancing drug? You know, is that the reason he was so clutch? Who knows? But of course, I don't make any apologies for anything.